On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Just you and I.
Just you and I and Hot Dog.
And Hot Dog's here too. She is sequestered in a corner right now because she did act out.
She did. We caught her chewing up my purse. And so now the zipper on it will not zip. And it looks like a big coil coming out of it. So thank you.
Thanks, Hot Dog. She's a menace. She's acting out. I think it's just so much change for her all at once. The move, everything. I think it's just really getting to her.
I think so too. Oh, I can't stay mad at her though.
I can. We have so much to talk about. We've had just so much going on. And last weekend we had the big cookie exchange party.
And it was
not we.
Wonderful.
I did.
Yeah.
You came though.
I came.
And Cisco.
Cisco came. I slaved away in the kitchen making the cutest poodle cookies.
Did you take pictures of them?
I did.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. Because they are really cute. I have to talk about my cookie disaster.
Okay. I want to hear that.
Yeah, my cookies were not at the party.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
You were going to make the
Taylor Swift chai tea cookies or chai cookies. Yeah, I don't know what they're called. But it turned disastrous. So it was the day before the party and I got all the ingredients. Well, the champ went and got all the ingredients for me. I made the cookies or I made the dough and it was all really great. It was like smelled so good. As you can imagine, dough with chai in it.
Yeah.
Delicious.
But you know what? There is that rule of thumb before like hosting something or cooking for somebody. Like now is not the time to try something new.
I know. I did. I tried something new. And it was horrific. Well, so the dough was great. And then it said, chill it overnight. So I did.
Okay.
And the next day I was running errands and I ran home at one point to like in between errands. And I was like, oh, I'm going to pull the dough out because I just have one more store to go to. Then when I get home, I'll make the cookies. I pulled the dough out, go run an errand literally down the street to get like firewood, get home, and the dough is just gloopy.
What'd you do?
No, it wasn't my fault. I think it was just like temperature.
Oh, like in the refrigerators?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just out maybe too long, but it really wasn't out that long at all.
Oh my God.
And so I tried to add more flour and that
Baking's
wasn't working.
fucking hard.
See, I don't fuck with baking a lot because like cooking, it's
Cooking's
to your
one
taste.
thing.
Oh, I'll add a little of this. I'll add a little of that.
Baking is a science.
A science, and I don't have a scientific brain. Believe it or not. A shock to the people.
A shock to the people.
I was so mad. Well, the pressure of hosting a party, and it was big. We invited so many people this year, and it was like our first party together, our first party at the new house. So I wanted everything to be perfect. Like I wanted to pull those cookies out and have everyone go, Spencer, you've outdone yourself.
Oh, nobody fucking
I wanted praise. And I tried anyway. Like I re-chilled the dough, added flour, tried again, and it just wasn't good.
Somebody made, I don't know who, the best. They were like peanut butter and then fudge and then like Chex cereal on top.
That was Brett who came with Tina.
Okay, those... You sent me home with a big tray of cookies.
Uh-huh.
Half of them didn't make them home because I was sitting in the front seat
just devouring them.
And then like...
Well, you were on a good one at that point too.
Oh, yeah. I was drinking. Yeah. And I got home. I ordered Taco Bell.
Good
It was
for
one of
you.
those. But like 2 days later, Cisco asked me, he's like, so where are those like fudge peanut butter things? Like you brought those for me. And I'm like, well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
And maybe you shouldn't have made me leave, honey.
Yeah.
Always, without fail, anytime. I feel like this happened on New Year's last year too. I feel like anytime we're having a party and then you guys come, Cisco's always like,
He's like, all right.
All right, we gotta go.
I told him, I was like, it's 2 to 6. So come 6:30, he was like, all right, let's go. Like, okay.
Which the champ would love. He was ready forever. And everyone was gone by 7:30. And I'll say this too. If you're thinking of hosting a party, daytime is where it's at. 2:00 was the perfect time because then by like 8:00, it was like clean. Everyone was gone. We could have like our nighttime routine. And yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But it was fun. But yeah, those cookies were really good. He took them all to work with him.
Oh,
because
smart.
We had so many leftover.
You couldn't take them to work because then it would just be me and you.
We're eating them all. I was telling everyone when they were leaving, I was like, oh, take some to work. And then you were leaving and I was like, oh, you were like, I can't have them, bitch. And I was like, no, take some to your coworkers or your office. She's like, you're my office. My office is here.
Yeah, literally.
The ones I ate the most. So Tina, she made the snickerdoodles.
So good.
That night, I like woke up in the middle of the night, as we know I do sometimes. I went into the kitchen, cracked those open.
Like crack.
Cleared half of them.
Yeah.
The next day, I like woke up and I was like, oh, okay, I'll have a cookie with my coffee.
Yeah.
And then I ate one. And then I ate like, it was getting to the point where just like every half hour I would go break one in half and eat half of it and then go with you. I didn't actually get to try yours though.
Oh, well, I made so much dough that I froze like half of it.
Okay, baller.
I did. I made so much dough, man. Wait, but can we talk about science for a second?
Sure.
I don't know if you see the elephant in the room. I did a science experiment on my hair. So actually, I do kind of think like you might be a good baker. Maybe this is just a fluke because you're so good with hair and like hair color. You know, like it is a science.
But that's more like a cooking, honestly, because you mix and add things and...
Girl, who is going to eat my yellow hair? Okay.
So this gal calls me.
I did not want to tell you. You were the one I was freaked the fuck out about.
So I don't obviously color anyone's hair anymore. Madison is the only person in this world who can say, well, up until now, that she got her hair done by me. Everyone's tried to get me. I just won't. I mean, I haven't done it in years. And you're the only person. And even that's a rarity. But you called me and I had been up north at my sister's house. We didn't talk for one day. I was gone for 24 hours, you guys. And I get a call from her and she is like, I did something and I need to tell you. And I'm running through scenarios in my head of them. I'm like, what the fuck did she do? Did she post something crazy? Did she like what? Did she lose an episode? What happened?
Oh fuck, that would have been awful.
That would have been gnarly. But she calls me and she's like, so I tried to add a few baby lights to my hair. And she sends me a picture and it is giving...
You said you look like a cigarette mom.
Because of the picture.
No.
Yes.
So, yes.
It was giving cigarette mom a little bit. Because it was like super blonde, but then it was super like discolored around her face, which like cigarette and yellow. And cigarettes discolor people's hair.
No, I know. When you said cigarette mom, I was like, damn, he's fucking right. So
Never been wrong.
I love how you do my hair. And I love that it's typically...
It's just a feedback.
Yeah.
It's a Yelp review.
Yeah, actually. No, like I love that you make me so low maintenance that I can get my hair done twice a year. And it like grow out nice and whatever. But it was really grown out and I had so many more grays than I've ever had. And I just, like if they grew in cool, then I would embrace them, but they aren't cool and they just look really bad. And so, yeah, I watched a couple YouTube tutorials and was like, I can do baby lights, sue me. And it turned yellow. So it turned yellow first. That was Thursday. Then the next day, you were like, first of all, you told me to bleach it more. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to fuck this up.
Well, I said fuck it. I said just go blonde because you've bleached your hair out before.
I know. And then I had spiky hair on top. I had like a mullet. And so then I dyed it again with like a darker blonde. And I called you. You're like, it's green. I'm like, fuck.
It was green.
It was green.
You said, I see green.
I see green, yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to go copper. And so I did it.
You did. And you woke up that next morning, and what did Cisco tell you?
He said, "Hi, Chucky." So that's my new nickname to him is Chucky.
I love it now.
What do you mean? It's been 4 days.
Oh, I love it now.
When you saw me on Sunday, I had fully put rollers in it for like an hour and it just was like too clean. You know the conditioner that they put in like box size? It's like so good.
Yes.
So anyway, she's a redhead now.
She's a redhead and we love it. I actually think it's really pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, wait. I saw an article. And I immediately thought of you.
Tell me.
Because I don't know if you've talked about it on here, but you and the champ bought a Sleep Number bed.
No, a Tempur-Pedic.
Oh, that screws up my whole thing.
Sorry.
Oh, well, I think Sleep Number is kind of the same thing. Like you adjust it like the numbers, how you want it.
No.
What do you have?
Tempur-Pedic.
But yours is like motorized.
Ours like can go up and down.
And like vibrate.
Yeah.
A Sleep Number can do that too.
Okay, are you selling me a mattress now?
Yes. Okay, so I saw this article, Spencer. It was just from a couple days ago, and I immediately thought of you because this is from December 12th. And this is from NBC News. 80-year-old woman died a month after Sleep Number bed trapped her against a wall for 2 days.
Okay, we've talked about like Murphy beds.
Murphy beds,
before.
yeah. But I've never heard about a
No.
Sleep Number. Rosalind Walker died April 3rd, 1 month after her bed suddenly lowered without warning and trapped her against a wall. Her daughter claims in wrongful death suit.
Is terrifying. Well, that was like Murphy beds and stuff. Like, remember we talked about, I don't know if we ever did it on an episode.
No, we did. We talked about Murphy beds, and they were like twin older women who got stuck.
I would be, that's the one thing you love the most is your bed. And imagine it doing that to you.
I know. But that I would die in my bed. But terrible. She got stuck March 1st, was stuck there until March 3rd.
My birthday.
When first responders, so when we were in Chicago, sitting there watching 1,000 Pound Sisters, having a great time.
This woman was stuck in her bed.
Was stuck. And then she was taken to a hospital where she suffered the entire time until she died a month later, April 3rd. So sad. So they're suing Sleep Number.
Oh my God.
Scary.
That is scary.
So yours does lower.
Yeah, it does.
So how did it trap her against a wall? Oh, it was probably up against a wall.
And maybe she probably fell in between or something. Oh my God.
Sorry, R.I.P.
R.I.P. girl.
Really sad.
That is not resting peacefully. But hopefully she is now.
Yeah, I hope so. And I hope her family wins that suit.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Absolutely. They're a bunch of assholes.
Okay.
Speaking of, I have an Am I the Asshole that we were included on, actually.
What do you mean?
I'll explain. So I'm always looking up like obituaries on Reddit and stuff.
Okay.
In the little Am I the Asshole section and stuff. And so I come across this one that says, Am I the asshole for not including my brother in my dad's obituary?
Okay.
So I'll start off with the backstory. My brother, 54 male, has always been distant with family. He has 2 kids, 26 and 22. Anytime my parents wanted to see the kids, they would have to go pick them up and drop them off. They would have to ask if the kids could come spend the night and spend time with them. Fast forward to 2 years ago, my mom passed away, and my brother, again, didn't really bother with my dad. He came over 3 times in the last 2.5 years. He hasn't spoken to my dad in over a year. His daughters haven't bothered with my dad as well. Yes, we've tried reaching out and have been met with dead silence. We've gotten told the phone works both ways. So my dad was diagnosed with cancer 2 weeks ago. My middle brother went to tell him, their brother, of our dad's diagnosis, as dad thought he should know. When my brother went to talk to him, he wouldn't even get off his PlayStation or take off his headset and listen. So he was told what hospital he was at, what room number, and he said he would show up that night. I got a text at 7:30 p.m. that him and my sister-in-law wouldn't come, but hopefully tomorrow. So a week goes by, then 12 days. We bring him home on hospice, and then all of the sudden, my sister-in-law reaches out and demands to know where dad is. At that time, my dad is unresponsive, and they still didn't come to see him. The only reason she called was because she saw the hospice car at my brother's house. I told her I couldn't talk and hung up. Because why do they deserve to be part of it and see him dying when you couldn't be bothered to see him alive? My dad also stated to my brother and I they were not to be at the funeral if they couldn't come see him while alive. After Dad passed away, we did the obituary, and my siblings and I chose to leave them out of it. Unfortunately, he'll still get his inheritance. So, Reddit, what I want to know is, am I the asshole for not including them in the obituary?
I don't think so. You had to do what you had to do. I think there's like boundaries. Like, you wouldn't have been happy with them being in the obituary. No, I don't think you're the asshole.
Well, and if he wasn't willing to show up when the dad was dying, you shouldn't be in the obituary then, maybe. Or at least don't be surprised by that. But the reason it involves us is because I went to go read the comments, as I always do. And the first comment I see that's like has all the upvotes on it says, "Do you listen to the podcast Obituary?"
Ooh.
They said, "I'm currently looking for my paternal grandfather's birth certificate and obituary. Only know his name because of my dad's birth certificate. Nothing else has to do with us in that thing."
Okay, but we love a shout out.
Yeah, so
I love that.
thanks for keeping us alive and spreading the word.
Spread the word.
Okay, now this second one says, "Am I the asshole for accepting an inheritance from my deadbeat father?" Right off the bat, I'm like, no.
Not the asshole, honey.
Take it.
No, take it.
This is the only thing he ever did for you,
Yeah.
honey. I, 19 male, barely remember my real father. The last memory that I had, he was yelling at my mother, and I was maybe 6, hiding under the kitchen table. He was a terrible man with an alcohol problem. One day, he fled the country and was never seen again.
Oh.
My mother met my stepfather, who's a great man, and he raised me as his own kid. Just a few months ago, I received a formal notice from my real father telling me that my grandmother, his mother, had died, and he didn't expect me to go to the funeral as I did not even know the lady, but decided to pass her apartment to me as he was never part of my life, seeing it's the least he could do. He doesn't expect me to contact him or anything. He wrote that he knows how terrible he was and that nothing can excuse that. I was excited about the fact that I could start my life way easier and told my family about it, and they got really mad at me, telling me how terrible he was and all. And that is all true. My mother said he's probably using that to contact me, or even worse, to use it to claim he took care of me so I have to take care of him when he's older. So I talked to a pro bono lawyer about it, and she told me that accepting an inheritance can't be considered paying child support, which he never did. So if I decide to accept the apartment, it doesn't oblige me to anything. My parents are still mad at me. My stepfather says I should honor my mother's wish and not accept it, while I believe that it may be stupid to say no and deny a chance to start my life a bit easier than others my age. Am I the asshole for accepting that apartment?
No, I do not think you're the asshole.
No, and good for you at 19 years old to be consulting with a pro bono lawyer.
Well, yeah, and you're still the kid in this situation.
If I was the parent, I'd be like, well, glad he finally did something for you.
Glad he did something. I understand the other point of view of like this,
Yes.
like he's going to hold this over your head kind of thing. But then that's when you have to, and it seems like he is, like, that's when you have to set that boundary. Like, no, this is actually the least that you could do because 100%. You were a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
No, not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Take everything.
Oh, take it all, honey.
Please.
Please. Well,
I have a listener email and it's short and I really want to read it.
Then do it, please.
Okay, because somebody wrote in about playing dead and how it saved someone in their family's life.
Let's hear the email.
So interesting. So, because a few weeks ago, we did an episode about playing dead. It says, "Hi, my name is Madison, and I'm from Perdido Key, Florida." Okay. I heard Madison speak on playing dead today and wanted to write in. My grandmother used to tell us a story about her brother. Most of the older generation of men in my family were in the military. My great uncle was in active duty during Pearl Harbor during the bombing. A bit after the incident, the military had informed my great-grandfather that my uncle had been killed during the bombing. One day, my grandmother and her siblings were at home, and they saw my great-uncle stumbling down the driveway. He told them that when the bombing had happened, he was stuck under a bunch of rubble and he could hear the Japanese soldiers around him. They were going around to make sure that there were no survivors. When they got to where my uncle was, he played dead and they left him where he was.
Wow.
He was never the same mentally.
Obviously.
You would be right. However, he was home safe and sound. Love y'all. P.S. Y'all got me through 2 extremely hard back-to-back pregnancies. She names her son and daughter. Really cute names, but I won't put their names out here. And I can't thank you enough.
Oh, thank you.
I do want to dive more in because we did it. We talked more about animals.
Yeah.
Playing dead,
like
but
people.
There have
survival
been
things.
so many scenarios where, yeah, if you can't fight or flight, you have to freeze.
For sure.
You know what my therapist told me yesterday?
What?
She's like, do you know the 4 F's? And I was like, well, I know
Oh, wait.
fight, flight, freeze, and fawn.
Or fuck.
Oh, that's the 5th one.
That's the fifth F.
one.
You didn't know that one.
But 4 is fawn.
Huh.
And I do it.
Fawn?
Fawn. Like,
Fawn over something?
like if there's been situations where I have felt uncomfortable,
Uh-huh.
I will put on a smile and like fawn. Like
Oh.
everything's good.
Okay.
I've done that before.
Damn. Well,
So-
there you go.
There you have it. Fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Or fuck.
Whatever you want, babe. All right. Well, you're up first this week.
Yes, which means that you should have a side bitch.
I do. I have one I found online, and it made me laugh.
Okay.
This is for, it says November 18th, 1961. Major Charles Ensor Levick, aged 80, husband of the late Margaret Geraldine Levick of Broadway. Funeral service at Fullwood Parish Church, Sheffield, on Friday at 1 p.m. No ladies, please. Flowers may be sent to John Heath and Sons, 14 Ayrsham Street, Sheffield 4.
Okay, so he wanted a sausage party.
No ladies. I thought that was so interesting.
Ladies. That is interesting. I wonder. No, I don't know. I don't think that was a thing, but like,
Well, girl, I wonder, I'm like, what if he was having an affair or something? And he's like, I don't want any ladies at my funeral.
that would be so smart.
Wouldn't that be smart?
A way to avoid the mistress or
Uh-huh.
any chaos happening.
Tips and tricks for avoiding your mistress at your funeral from Obituary.
No ladies.
No ladies or no gentlemen, depending on your preference. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
So interesting.
Well, that is it. And we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll hear what had you spinning in your coffin.
Alrighty.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week?
All right. Libations had me spinning.
Oh, they sure did on Sunday evening.
I also thought, like, okay, the new year, libations. Well, this will be
Okay.
out. Okay. Okay. You know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, but you guys know the saying. Please, I know this is cringe me saying this, but pour one out for your homie.
Uh-huh.
One for me, one for my deceased friend. And you got
What would you pour out for me?
a Diet Coke
Thank you.
or Shirley Temple.
Aw.
Oh, okay. But okay, you guys know the ritual that in modern day times, you know, someone has a drink, they pour a little bit out on the ground in commemoration of their deceased loved one.
Yes.
And I feel like it's such a saying in pop culture, but it has like really, really deep origins from thousands of years ago.
Really?
Yes. So I'm diving into a practice that's as old as time, yet still resonates today,
Okay.
which is libation for the dead, aka libation ceremonies.
Got it.
First and foremost, I have heard people refer to drinks as libations, right? Like you hear like, oh, there will be libations and
Yeah, all the time when I'm at the fucking 1920s. Whenever I'm back in 1920s.
I feel like
I
that's
hear,
a
oh, there'll be
thing.
libations.
Yeah.
I don't think people say it
You-
so much
You
nowadays.
put it on your little invitation.
To the party?
Yeah.
Yeah, snacks and libations.
Yeah.
Well,
Cookies and libations.
I'm fancy.
Okay, so the word libation itself comes from the Latin libatio,
And you got a low one, right?
meaning to pour out.
Yes.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah.
Okay. The mug.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, a libation is actually, according to Oxford Dictionary, the pouring out of a drink as an offering to a deity.
Yes.
You didn't fucking know that, you bitch. A libation ceremony is just that, a ritual where liquid, often but not always alcohol, is poured out as an offering to the deities, spirits, or ancestors.
Okay.
The act of pouring the liquid is obviously symbolic and can be a form of respect and gratitude or a request of blessings. And the concept of libations has its roots in nearly every ancient civilization It's one of the oldest like religious traditions in history, I guess. And literally the earliest known civilization practiced libations of the dead, and those were the Sumerians. Sumer was in Mesopotamia, which is now Iraq, but this was like back in 4500 BCE. And I know we probably fucking learned about this in middle school, like most of the things we talk about. But I was reading all about them and they are fascinating. They developed one of the earliest ways of writing, and they also believed in different gods and goddesses. But what was the most fascinating to me more than anything about the Sumerians was their views of the afterlife. It's wild. They didn't believe that like doing good in life would get you to a better place in the afterlife. Like they didn't believe in karma, like nothing like that. Like literally no matter what, everyone went to the same place, which was kind of like an underworld.
Okay.
It was called different things like between different peoples, but I see Kur, come up most often is what they called it. And also I'm obviously generalizing. They had many different customs like any civilization. However, this is like the primary belief that you read about. This underworld was just a place where you would live kind of a version of your life on Earth.
Okay.
But it was underground and it was really dark, dry, and dusty. So this was their afterlife. No matter what, you could have been the best person ever. You're still going to a dark, dry place. There was also no food either in this afterlife, just dust and ashes. That's all you could eat.
That sucks.
Awful. So it was super important for the living to somehow send down to the underworld things to make it not so bad or dry. So this is where libations comes in. From what I see when I was researching this, like what some of their graves looked like, they would have a pretty grave, but then it would have like a little opening in it where you could fit a pipe that allowed for the living to pour liquids into the grave of the deceased.
Oh, wow.
You know, you'd not only pour wine and beer, but also milk, water, and oil. And these were known as libation tubes.
Probably stinky down there.
Yeah, maybe.
Pouring milk down a hole.
That's true. Well, it's like into the soil.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And we'll get to libation tubes in a minute, but the ancient Egyptians, ancient Greece, Africa, so many places did libations. They were just practiced throughout everywhere. In ancient Egypt and in ancient Greece, both seem to be very much part of daily life. And I read that in ancient Egypt, the offering was typically water for the dead, and it had something to do with the Nile. But Greeks had chai and spondy. I do not know if I'm pronouncing. I think I'm pronouncing spondy correct. But these are like ancient terms, okay, guys? And these were their forms of libation. So a spondy was a libation offering typically made to honor the gods or mark like a solemn or celebratory occasion. Whereas the chi or chow was a libation specifically dedicated to the dead or underworld deities. And so they had, the two different things. So the spondy was like joyful and positive, and then the chow was solemn and mournful and done at a grave site, which also, might I add, there's such thing as blood libations. Blood libations are talked about in the New Testament. Psalm 16:4 says this in it. I just want to read a little part because it's scary. It says, "The sorrows of those who run after another god shall multiply. Their drink offerings of blood I will not pour out to take their names on my lips. Those who run after other gods will suffer more and more. I will not pour out libations of blood to such gods or take up their names on my lips."
Wow.
Okay, anyway. The practice
Amen.
The practice of libations and libations for the dead are, again, literally seen throughout every civilization throughout history. But I want to talk about the Romans because I am fascinated by these libation tubes. And they seem to have been the ones to like really, really use them. Like we have like well-documented pictures of graves that have been found with them.
Okay.
With the libation tubes. In ancient Rome, libations were essential in religious ceremonies and funerary rites. They were used as offers to gods to seek divine favor, for gratitude, or to honor and ensure that their deceased loved ones had a good offering. Most often, the offerings were alcohol, like wine or milk, but also not limited to honey. oil, and water. Tubes were placed vertically above their burial chambers or near their urns in cremation burials. And grave inscriptions sometimes included like instructions on how to use the tubes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I found an article on Atlas Obscura that describes how libation tubes are made. And this was really interesting because it talks about the graves. It says, quote, typically, the Romans crafted terracotta, lead, wood, or imbrisses, which are curved tiles used on the roofs of houses, into tubes of varying diameters. During their burial, the deceased would be placed in a pit lined with tile. More tile would cover the body in a tent-like fashion, with the libation tube held in place by soil. These tube vessels then easily allowed the living to offer up wine and foods to the deceased on holidays throughout the year.
Wow.
I know. And I do want to stress this again because we have seen this throughout every culture. Like, I don't want to leave any culture out. Israel did it, Asia, South America, Africa, like everywhere did it. But in the 90s, we like really saw a resurgence of
and like hip hop culture.
Yes, like in pop culture, hip hop culture. In many articles I've read, the 1991 film Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Like that really kind of brought the like pouring one out. Another popular reference was Tupac. He had a song called Pour Out a Little Liquor. And then in 1999, Austin Powers, Dr. Evil did it. Anyway, that is my very brief history of libations.
Oh, yeah,
baby. I think the biggest takeaway for me is that libations are such like a small little symbolic act that makes us feel so much more connected to a loved one. It's like a little thing that you can do to commemorate someone.
Yeah.
And I love a ritual, especially one that can like bridge a gap between this world and the afterlife. So I encourage everyone to just
pour one out for
pour
the
one
homies.
out. Yeah.
I love it. Well, we do a Diet Coke toast for my mom.
Oh, yeah.
So I love a toast.
Pour out a little next time.
Pour a little DC out.
Yeah.
Love it.
So there you have it.
Well, thank you. Incredible. Who knew? Pour one out for your homie. Went back so deep.
To ancient times.
God.
Ancient times.
Love it. Well, we're going to go pour one in.
Okay.
And while we do that, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'll tell you what had me spinning in my coffin.
Alrighty.
We'll be right back.
And we're back. Spencer, what had you spinning in your coffin this week?
Well, Madison, I have been wanting to talk about this story since I first learned about it back in May. And I've had it saved forever because it's, well, frankly, scary. It really terrifies me, and we'll talk about why.
Okay.
But today I am discussing the Lake Nyos disaster, and it's a doozy.
Where's Lake Nyos?
Well, the story takes place in Cameroon, which is a country in West Central Africa, and it centers around Lake Nyos, which is a crater lake, which is a lake that basically occurred as a result of a volcano erupting, thus creating the hole, and then it gets filled in with water.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like how Earth was formed, like volcanic eruptions and everything, you know.
Really?
All the volcanic eruptions created like the hills and mountains and everything.
Okay.
Okay. On August 21st of 1986, the communities living near the lake in northwest Cameroon were just going about their evening business, a lot of farmers in this area, and they were unaware that there was this like imminent danger about to infiltrate and shatter life in their community as they knew it.
Okay.
The following morning, so again, this is 1986, the following morning, 1,700 people and more than 6,000 animals, mostly comprised of cattle, were discovered dead.
Oh.
For seemingly no reason at all.
Was it aliens?
No. So overnight, hundreds and hundreds of people were taken at once by this natural disaster. Survivors of the incident were able to recall what happened that evening, and they recalled like a small explosion, a white cloud formation, but nobody could have expected the fallout to be just so catastrophic. I mean, truly imagine like just going to bed as normal. And should you be lucky enough to survive, you wake up and your animals, your husband, everyone's dead.
That's awful.
Terrifying. I'm going to give you the most simplified version as possible to talk about what actually happened. So that night around 10 p.m., people heard the lake making this rumbling noise. But as they, mostly farmers, went to investigate the lake and see what was causing the rumbling noise, they all started losing consciousness and just like dropping. What scientists have theorized is that there was a very large level of carbon monoxide sitting beneath the surface of the water, and like the water was keeping it down that whole time, but then something like powerful winds or a possible landslide in a nearby area caused the CO2 to rise to the surface, and it created this massive white cloud, and then invisible gas started spilling over the edges of the lake and seeped into the air. It was 15.5 miles in radius.
Wow.
Replacing essentially like all the breathable air with CO2.
How were there even any survivors?
Well, I mean, honestly, who fucking knows? There was no warning for this. There was no way to avoid what was coming. The lake had been very calm and still for such a long time. Nobody expected that to happen. Everyone was caught off guard because I picture like, I mean, we know in Los Angeles, Southern California, our air is terrible, right? We hear about it all the time. We've heard things about certain areas like, oh, the water over there causes this, or like there's this in the water over here. Yeah. But to be frank, if someone was like, oh, you know, the water near you guys used to be the site of a volcanic eruption, there's carbon dioxide down there, I don't think we'd move away. I don't think we'd think of it.
Please, I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, nobody, I mean, maybe some people, but like
smart people.
Yeah. Not us.
Yeah.
I don't think it was maybe pressed super hard into the residents in the nearby communities that there was.
How do you prepare for something like that's
well, because in theory it should be like, okay, you probably shouldn't build anything or any communities, like you shouldn't be living where something like this could happen.
We've talked about this kind of situation, obviously not this, but I have a friend who both her parents got cancer and passed away. And then she got cancer, and she lived in this neighborhood that was known to be built on top of like toxic waste.
Yeah.
And I think she sued and like won.
Well, that happened a few different places, like in the South Bay in Los Angeles. Like, there's several communities where I feel like the water and like just like living near all the refineries and everything. I mean, it fucks you up.
On one of our travel times, I watched Erin Brockovich. I love that movie.
Remember, she just knows everyone's number.
Yeah, kind of the same thing.
Yeah, honestly. Now, unlike other natural disasters like an earthquake, which you can somewhat prep for, or at least you feel it as it's happening, what happened here was this CO2 was being released, and it sits super close to the ground after it gets into the air because it's heavier than air. And so it just basically suffocated everyone. An eerie detail I saw pointed out in one article was that there wasn't even flies on the bodies of the deceased or any of the deceased animals because literally nothing that was in the area survived. So even bugs all because they all need oxygen. Isn't that wild to think about? Like all the wildlife,
plants,
like birds flying in that area. Yeah. I also saw someone on Reddit post a comment, and they said, hey, I lived not too far from there for a while. It took scientists quite a while to figure out what really happened. So quite a few Cameroonians believed that it was either witchcraft or a CIA plot.
Okay.
Okay. One interesting thing, though, is that I heard almost everyone who died there were Fulani. The Fulani are a nomadic Islamic tribespeople from the east who spread across the region by conquest. They were horsemen, and the West Africans were not. About 150 years ago, they had a settlement by the shores of the lake. The older tribes, the quote-unquote natives, as I've heard Fulani say, never went near the lake, which, according to their ancient folklore, was evil and vengeful. This makes perfect sense since, according to the science, the carbon dioxide builds up over time, and events like this probably happen every couple hundred years.
Oh, shit. So they had stories from, like, their elders that were passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, there was certain people that just, like, they were like, this is evil.
Yeah.
We know it's evil.
Yeah.
And obviously we've talked about this a little bit before. When there's a mass tragedy such as this one, it's always overwhelming. I mean, when you're dealing with 1,700 bodies, that's a lot of people. From what I've gathered, it seems like the particular area of Cameroon is pretty isolated, more remote or rural, whatever you want to call it. So seeking medical attention on a normal day is already a feat in itself. So imagine with all these victims' bodies, it's more than any one community could handle. So they were forced to do a lot of mass burials at the scene, a lot of mass graves. And it's devastating to think about because survivors had to bury their entire families, some of them. I saw one quote from a man who was talking about having to bury his parents, his pregnant wife, his children. Just
at that point, I'm like, take me
I know. It's unimaginable, like the horror and the trauma that the Lake Nyos disaster caused. And I was reading an article on all that's interesting about it. I wanted to quote this part. It said, "I could not speak. I became unconscious," one survivor, Joseph Nquane, described. "I could not open my mouth because then I smelled something terrible. I heard my daughter snoring in a terrible way, very abnormal. When crossing to my daughter's bed, I collapsed and fell." He remained unconscious until the morning when a friend knocked at his door. He woke up to find his trousers stained red, noting they had a starchy mess on his body. His arms were wounded, though he was unsure how that happened, and though he initially believed his daughter was sleeping, he would later learn that she had tragically died. Later in the afternoon, he went to check on his neighbors, and he was greeted with even more tragedy. They were all dead, he recalled. "I decided to leave. Most of my family was in Wom. I got my motorcycle, and as I rode through Nyos, I didn't see any sign of any living thing. When I got to Wom, I was unable to walk or talk. My body was completely weak." Which is just so scary to think about.
I wonder, not that this is entertainment by any means, but I wonder if there's been like a movie about this, or like it sounds like the plot of a fucking movie.
I mean, I didn't see anything, but I had the same thought when I was researching this. I was like, this is such like a natural disaster. Like this would start an apocalyptic type movie. But
that's also something scary. It's like, yes, this was a 15-mile radius.
Yeah.
You don't know that. Waking up, I don't know, is the whole world like this now?
Totally. Yeah, you'd wake up and freak the fuck out. I mean, I can't imagine like waking up, everyone's dead, walking to your neighbor's house, seeing their dead, like no recollection of what happened. I'd be like, did some government fucking thing happen? Yeah, the drones. Who knows what they're planning?
Oh, God, scary.
I know, it's fucking scary. There was, as far as like aftermath goes, they installed vertical pipes in Lake Nyos to release CO2 from the depths gradually and safely. And they've also added seismic and chemical sensors that monitor the gas levels in the lake. But a lot of the survivors were relocated to safer areas. Some people didn't want to return, understandably, after enduring that. And the Lake Nyos disaster overall just remains a stark reminder of the hidden dangers of Earth's natural processes and the importance of scientific vigilance in disaster-prone regions.
Yeah.
And I was reading more about it because, I mean, you always hear about, like, we have those monitors in our houses and stuff, you know.
I know.
And I always think about them. I've had mine go off one time.
I know, it's scary if they, like, malfunction. Or...
Yeah, I, like, turned it off. I'm like, okay, none of my business. But, I was reading, so over...
You did?
Yeah, over 2,000 people a year die from carbon monoxide poisoning. I mean, this is probably dumb, but I was like, how does that, like, happen? Like, how does, like, what happens?
Something, there's a leak.
Well, or it's if the house isn't well ventilated. Because, you know, we create carbon monoxide.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And so if a house is, like, if you were put into a completely sealed room, that you would suffocate because you'd run out of oxygen. Which makes sense when you think about, like, people underwater, like, we're running out of oxygen. Like, that makes sense, but it's just crazy to me.
That is crazy. Have you ever seen aerated water or heard about it?
I don't think so.
Or non-aerated? I can't remember if it's aerated or non-aerated. No, aerated. Because, like, what we swim in is aerated.
Well, I don't know that, but yeah.
Well, I don't really know either. But non-aerated, you can't float. You sink.
Oh, that's scary.
So it's like...
What causes that?
Some, like, facilities need it, and so they, like, have it.
Sorry, I put you on the spot.
But it would be like jumping off a building, essentially. You know, like if you like jump, you would just
go right
And then you
through
can't
it.
breathe, obviously.
Damn, because there's no oxygen in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I know. Oh, what's also crazy? I saw an article. It just reminded. I know Chernobyl wasn't a natural disaster, but it was a terrible disaster, right? There are people that have like lived there for, years and years and years that like refuse to move, and they're like right there. I don't know. I read an article about it. Anyway.
And then I got some friends that won't even use the microwave.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
You know what? To each their own.
I don't blame them. It's kind of weird. Remember we read the microwave inventor obituary?
Yeah, we read an obituary for a microwave.
Mm-hmm.
It had a beauty mark. Wait. What was I going to say?
Wait a second.
What?
We did not touch on that I've been driving around with a dick on my car.
You're disgusting.
No, I'm not disgusting. We were out today. We met at a store because we had to pick some stuff up. And then we're driving back to your house. And I realized there's a big dick drawn on my car because I need a car wash.
I have the voicemail, actually. Should I tell that?
And it was Spencer.
Well, no, listen. You parked in that parking lot. Your car was disgustingly
I know.
dirty. And I was like, Madison, your car's filthy. And you saw me drawing it, actually, and didn't investigate yourself. So that's...
Well, I forgot. I mean...
So did I. I forgot I even did it.
Do I have a huge dick drawn on the back of my car right now, Spencer? I'm on the fucking freeway and I can't pull over. And people are looking at me.
Oh, that's it.
She had it.
Yeah, big dick drawn on. And balls.
I mean, that's classic.
Yeah.
Classic car dust behavior. And what am I if not just a bro?
God.
That was actually the highlight of my life.
I know. I called
I was on the phone with my dad because my dad...
Oh.
He's such a dad, and I need to know if any of you Geoffs can relate. I'm sure you can. He's such a dad. He's not going to the doctor if something's wrong, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder of the fucking way I am. But he works in, like, all these different machine shops and stuff. He's in sales. And I guess he was, like, at one of them the other day. His hand got caught in a machine and almost fucking took his hand off and broke his hand. And my sister calls me or texts me last night because they went out to dinner for her birthday, and she's like, Spencer, his hand was like an oven mitt, and it was like fucking broken. You need to tell him to go to urgent care. Like, I told him, he's not listening.
Is he like, well, what are they gonna do? Like,
yeah, so I called him today, and he's like, I was like, Dad, have you gone to urgent care? And he's like, I'm sleeping on the couch right now. I just woke up. Like, I'm gonna it's like calling you. And he's like anyway, I gotta get up. I gotta go Christmas shop, finish Christmas shopping or whatever. And I'm like, Dad, your hand, is it broken? And he's like, I mean, and I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, is your fucking hand broken? I heard you almost got it hacked off. He's like, listen, it's fine. I'll probably go to the doctor after lunch tomorrow or something. I scheduled it. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I'm dripping blood all over. I gotta go. And I'm like, oh my God.
I want to know what kind of machine it was, and I want to know what noises he made.
You can ask him. You're not going to get an answer that's coherent. You're going to get like okay, so, this is the XMF43.
It better be a
over
cool
the...
machine.
Yeah. I mean, it was probably crazy.
Yeah.
But he almost lost his hand. And so I was talking to him, and that's when your voicemail came in. Then I called you back.
God.
Okay. But had his hand gotten ripped off, we'd have to write an obituary for it.
That's true.
And I think it's just about that time.
Okay, it is about that time.
What had you bitching in your obituary?
Okay. It's really amazing what you can find when you are searching for an obituary and you search the word fuck. So good.
Classic.
I have an obituary for a man named Eric, and it says, Eric passed away on Thursday, December 14th, 2023, in the loving company of his partner, Andrea. Even if Eric just passed through your life briefly, you likely know how he would have responded to an obituary being written for him. So I'll do my best to keep it simple. You know the word that followed that phrase. Those who looked past his intimidating stature fell into a maze filled with a multitude of contradictions and knowledge, all that shielded a simple and big heart. Should you find yourself wanting to honor his memory, pick from the list below. Teach your kid a practical skill. When someone is being a pompous jerk, say kindly, fuck you very much. Donate to an unbiased news organization. Teach yourself a new skill, such as gardening. Read a darn book. His memory will forever be kept by his friends and family he left behind.
Oh.
His mother, 3 brothers, and his offspring. Remember him and dope slap a dumbass today.
Oh, shit. I love that.
I love him.
Wait, you weren't supposed to go first.
Yes, I was.
No. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had the side bitch. If we said we're so back.
back of the fucking someplace.
Back in the loony bin. We have less brain cells this year,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh my God, it's not at the new year yet.
No. So I'll go next.
It's hot dogs.
So I'll go next. What's going to happen is I'm going to go next.
Okay,
Okay.
girls.
Okay, girls. Buckle up.
Okay, so he's going to go next.
I'm going to go.
So I have
She had
somebody
her an obituary. Okay, I'm going to go now. So someone actually DM'd this to me, and I'm so sorry because I forgot to screenshot your message, but I did remember the name of the deceased, so I was able to find their obituary anyways.
Okay.
It says, Mike Durkin, the man, the myth, the legend, the famous papa, father, and husband, died in his Rutland home on Friday, December 6th. He will be deeply missed by all. Known for being an accomplished traveler, environmentalist, self-taught handyman, photographer, and furniture maker, he was also a walking encyclopedia and music enthusiast. He was a lover of all fine foods, and as a self-taught chef, he reveled in describing every morsel. He could match talented chefs in replicating a fine dining experience, delighted in sharing his dinner table, and enjoyed sharing tall tales of his exploits. Even with all those titles, one of his favorite was Papa to his young grandsons. He took pride in teaching them how to cook, stocking their toolboxes, teaching them the tools of each trade, and loved talking shop with his little apprentices. He graduated from UVM and Vermont State University, where he earned a master's degree, was a registered nurse, a patient safety program manager, a clinical consultant for various medical centers, and recently retired from the Veterans Administration. Mike served as a Red Cross disaster nurse and was a volunteer firefighter with the Grantham, New Hampshire Fire Department. He leaves behind his beloved wife, Bonnie, his daughters, his grandsons, and his dogs. Michael grew up in Rutland with 5 younger sisters. In Rutland, at UVM, and across the globe, Mike enjoyed an extensive and eclectic network of loving family, friends, and colleagues. Mike loved his home state of Vermont more than most. His love of photography, cold weather, deer camp, rugby, movies, books, vinyl records, and a fine malted bourbon was known by many.
Aww.
His life was filled with knowledge, adventure, laughter, and fun, and he passed on this legacy to his cherished daughter, Danielle. Mike appreciated talented and intelligent women. He was blessed to find and marry one of the most beautiful, his wife of 37 years, Bonnie. He loved their Wednesday date nights in Florida at Jetty Park Pier watching the ships sail in and out. While he loved Vermont, the beauty of Ogunquit, Maine, remained deep in his heart. I'm sure I didn't say that right. Many days were spent with Bonnie walking the shore and then sharing morning coffee while watching the sunrise over the ocean waves. Mike was a man who enjoyed antiquing with Bonnie and would drive 3 hours just to get a hot dog.
Aww.
You see, it was essential to serve up a lesson with the hot dog. He made sure to teach you the difference regarding what made the best kind of hot dog experience, which is as follows. A natural casing all beef dog, grilled to perfection, nestled in a toasted and buttered bun, and topped with stone ground mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Mike was a colorful rocketeer, and if you don't know what it is, he would tell you to go look it up. Language and vocabulary were exemplified in his tales and propensity for highlighting some of the more MacGyver-like memories of his past. We will think of him often with each retelling of his adventures and our shared stories. Thank you to Mike's lifelong friends, for they have shared many memories of this young buck. Quote, tomorrow hopes that we have learned something from yesterday. John Wayne. I thought it was just a cute, good
I
one.
love that. I love a hot dog so much.
You do. I
know
know.
I
Thought
do.
of you, girl. You love any concert, any sporting event. If we're leaving a stadium and the hot dog girls are out there,
Yeah, I love a hot dog so much,
You
and I know
do.
they're gross,
oh, whatever.
but they're just so good. Okay, well,
We've spun in our coffins.
we've bitched our obituaries.
I guess that means it's time for some dumb
Ask
Oh no, you turned into dial up, girl. We got dial up Deb over here.
Oh shit! Oh God. Okay, I have some fucking dumbasses from Ohio. They were a pair of diamond thieves, and they might have pulled off their little heist if it weren't for an elevator malfunction.
Not an elevator malfunction.
Yeah, so Leroy Bridgman, 57, and Marcy Young, 61, targeted Diamonds Rock, a jewelry store in Kenwood, Ohio. And surveillance footage shows them smashing through the front door, then using a crowbar and a screwdriver to gain further access. Once inside, they began taking everything from display cases, and their getaway plan, I guess, like unraveled when they tried using a stairwell, but I guess the stairwell didn't lead to the parking garage where they had parked. And so they instead opted for the elevator and got stuck at the garage level. And they were trapped in there and panicking. And they were trying to like put all the jewelry that they stole into the ceiling of the elevator.
Oh, God.
They were freaking out. Firefighters had to come and free the pair, and the store owner, Mike Lane, revealed that one suspect had been in the store hours earlier, like scouting the place. So don't use an elevator when you're trying to get away. That's crazy.
Crazy. Okay, I have something a little different. I'm just going to talk to you. Can we
okay.
just talk? The champ and I were watching this new show, and it's called Florida Man.
Oh, yes. You were telling me about this.
You guys, it's fucking wild. We only watched one episode. It was like the one time I picked something too. He's like, okay.
Which show is it on? I mean, what channel? I mean,
HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, this is a dumb criminal. I mean, I'm not going to give you like all the normal details and shit that we normally would because I'm literally just, what's it called? Not freebasing.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not doing it, I swear.
Done it once.
Off a toilet, girl.
That wasn't freebasing.
Oh, no.
I was just snorting it up my nose.
That was just a little methy. Listen, who hasn't done meth accidentally at least once? But
It wasn't an accident. It was a full... I knew what I was doing.
I did math when I was like 15 because I thought it was coke. You win some, you lose some. Anyway, we're not here to talk about us. We're here to talk about this guy. Okay. I don't even remember his name. I didn't write anything down. I literally just...
I love it.
Not freebasing. What was I trying to say? Freestyling?
Free balling.
Girl. You are.
Freestyling.
Freestyling? So, okay, this guy is obsessed with the DJ Bass Nectar or whatever.
What? No.
It's like some DJ or something. It's like that kind of music. Like, I don't That's
Okay.
good, actually.
Okay.
Sign me up. So he's obsessed with the DJ. He's trying to figure out how he can get money to like go see this DJ.
Okay.
And so he goes on Craigslist and starts looking for someone to like this was a few nights ago. I should have written notes down. He starts looking for ways to make money online, basically.
Yeah.
He ends up finding a guy who wants him. He's like, I'll pay you a bunch of money if you come fulfill this fantasy of mine.
Okay.
And the fantasy is to cut his toes off.
Okay.
And so he goes to the guy's house. He like brings a friend with him. They get in there and they are expecting it to be just this strange weirdo.
Uh-huh.
But it's like a super clean cut, like businessman, like athletic, like he teaches karate or something.
Yeah.
He's just like a super charismatic, normal guy who's just like,
Always scary.
I want my toes cut off.
Okay.
And so he lays down. The guy's like, all right, I'm going to count to 3 or whatever. And when I say go, I'm going to cut your fucking toes off.
What is he using?
A knife.
Like a
Kitchen knife.
Oh.
I know. He had like marked the toes where he was going to cut them off and everything. And then, so he lifts up the knife, slams it down.
All at once?
And the guy's like, stop. They had a safe word. He's like, stop. Don't cut my toes off. He's like, I teach karate. Like, I can't, like, everyone's going to look. Like, what are my family and friends going to think if they look down and they see that I don't have toes?
But he didn't make a chop?
No, he didn't make a chop.
Okay.
And so then he's like, okay, actually, yeah, I want to do it. And so then
Make up your
he's going-
mind.
But picture actually being in that situation. How much would you be sweating if you were about to cut someone's toes off?
Not as much as the person getting it.
Oh my God, I know. Imagine.
I had to cut a bully stick in half last night because I was down to one for the dogs. And usually I have to like saw it or try to cut it with a knife, and it's awful. I used this, it was the brand Anvil, and it was like a
Oh yeah.
tree trimmer thing, and cut it perfectly sliced in half. So that's what I'm literally picturing right now.
Oh,
It's like,
see, that'd be nice,
mhm.
but not a kitchen knife.
Mhm.
And so the guy ends up being like, oh, actually, no, wait. I don't want you to do it. So
Uh-huh.
like twice in a row, he kind of chickens out, and then he offers to just pay him, and the guy leaves or whatever. So he gets the money, doesn't have to cut the guy's toes off. But I just am like, why would you? So they tell the story, they have like reenactments playing in the background, but then they also cuts in interviews with like the actual person who's telling the story
Uh-huh.
of like their experience. I'm like, isn't that kind of like a crime or something? Like you were, but also
Yeah.
you're like, why would you go on TV and be willing to admit that you were willing to cut off someone's appendages for money?
I mean, it's a great story.
It is a great story.
Conversation starter. It reminds me of that one, that Anatoly or whatever. Is that the guy?
Anatoly Moshkevin's the guy with the dolls.
The dolls,
You're
oh.
thinking of Armin Meiwes,
Yes.
the German guy who cut off the guy's penis.
yeah.
Which there's an episode of Cult Leader on.
Yes.
Armin Meiwes.
Yeah.
Cyber Cannibal, I think it's called.
People are
I'll
into
plug
weird
it.
shit.
People are into weird shit. And like,
Not a kink
no,
shamer,
we're not kink shamers.
But when something's weird, it's fucking weird, and I have to say it's weird. I'm sorry. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, sorry.
wild.
No, I think it's fine to say that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, you think I give a fuck if someone's like, I just want to let you guys know.
Like
that-
the necrophilia thing when we're like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
like,
it's fucking
I'm
weird.
being kink shamed. No, you're a criminal.
You're a weird bitch. How about that?
Yeah.
Can we just call people weird again?
Yeah.
Hello.
Please.
Yeah.
It's-
Welcome to 2025 with Obituary.
Yeah.
Less nice.
Yes, I'm wearing white pants after Labor Day.
Oop. I'm wearing white shoes.
Oh, you finally got some.
Shane.
I saw some that were like a dark, like foresty green. I thought they were cool. on a
He'd look
girl.
cool.
I like them. I'm like into green right now
Okay.
because I can't really wear red anymore. 'cause
Yeah,
my
she
hair's
called me
red.
today. She's like, I just can't wear red anymore now that my hair is red.
Yeah.
Well,
My hair's orange, actually.
it is orange.
Yeah.
You actually texted me the other day and were like, I love lasagna and I have orange hair. Am I Garfield?
Yeah, I hate Mondays. Love lasagna.
Yeah,
Love a nap.
you really do.
And have orange hair.
No, the day, okay, so you know how we went out to dinner the other night and I
Yes.
made us go through Nordstrom's? They didn't have the
Mhm.
Converse. So I ordered some ones that I didn't even want on Amazon. And when I got home, the champ was like, oh, did you, like, what shoes were you getting at Nordstrom or whatever? And I was like, oh, I was trying to get Converse. He's like, I got you some for Christmas. So I was like, oh,
Perfect.
there we go. And so then he gave them to me and now I'm wearing them. Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, wonderful. Well, we have a lot of things we need to go cover on Patreon.
Yes, we do. So come on over to Patreon and join us. Patreon.com/cultliter, Liter, and we'll see you over there. But the rest of you, we'll see you next week for some more coffin spinners
And obituaries.
and dumb
Ask
criminals.
criminals.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.